What exactly does it mean to be a libertarian? In a short a summary as you can explain that.
Well, so I think 60% of Americans are libertarian. It's just that they don't know it. And very broadly speaking, libertarian, fiscally conservative, socially inclusive, skeptical when it comes to our military interventions, when we support regime change in my lifetime. I can't think of one single example where that has worked out. And then supporting free market, the opposite of crony capitalism. Crony capitalism is when government picks winners and losers. Free market, more U.S. jobs, not less U.S. jobs. That was pretty quick.
Let's run quickly through a series of things. Let's start with the social moral issues that are associated with conservatives in some regards and probably not as natural to libertarians. But so gay marriage, where are you on gay marriage?
Support gay marriage, and the Libertarian Party has since its inception.
Abortion rights.
Supporting a woman's right to choose.
Drug legalization.
Well, the Libertarian Party has espoused legalizing all drugs. Since 1999, I've been the highest elected official in the United States to call for the legalization of marijuana. Legalization of marijuana only, but I do believe that we are going to do that. And when we do that, I think the country comes to a quantum leap of understanding with regards other drugs, and it will start with looking at drugs first as a health issue rather than a criminal justice issue.
Elaborate a little further on what your theory there.
So espousing the legalization of marijuana, we all have friends, family, co-workers that use marijuana. You may disagree with their choice of using marijuana, but I'm going to say that they are not criminal in any way whatsoever, unless, of course, they become impaired, get behind the wheel of a car, get impaired, do harm to others. Never becoming impaired and doing harm to others, will that be legal? We have tens of millions of Americans in this country who are convicted felons that, but for our drug laws, would otherwise be tax-paying, law-abiding citizens. The number one category of arrest in 2016, 2015, in the last year, is still marijuana related.
I want to move through these social issues and then get into some things that I think are a little more complicated. But lastly, prostitution. You've talked about the legalization of prostitution in some circumstances.
You know, always supporting states' rights. So very constitutional when it comes to states' rights. That's an issue that the state should decide. If you were to engage in prostitution, where would you do that? Well, you would do that, I think, if you were to do it safely, without the prospect of getting HIV, hepatitis C, any sexual transmitted disease, you would do that in Nevada where it's legal.